serial killer man is.
Gotcha! Hello! I am Robert.
And I'm Val.
What's the movie today, Val?
The Cell from 2000.
Oh, yes. This one is about Vince Vaughn, who plays an FBI agent, and he convinces if I may say, a hot young psychologist played by Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, to enter the mind of a comatose serial killer so that they can find out where his victim is imprisoned. She's not dead yet, and they want to rescue her.
Think of Insidious and Saw. They had a movie baby. Voila.
A movie baby. Interesting concept. This movie is trippy, right?
I'd say so.
It's very, the appeal for me is mostly the visual aspect of this film. The director's name is Tarsum Singh. He's only got 16 directing credits, and quite a few of them are music videos. And I think it shows, right? I mean, aside from the fact that there's like no music in here, but if you were to play this movie or parts of this movie on the TV with the sound cranked down, you might think it was a music video. It's that, I mean a good music video. I don't mean a crappy music video. It's that visual. And he's become known for sandy desert scapes. Did you see any of those in this film? Because I did. And the reason he can be so visual with his scenery is most of this film's not taking place in the real world. Where is it taking place?
Dreamland.
Dreamland. In people's heads. We go into a couple different people's heads, right? There's a little boy at the beginning. He's comatose, and J-Lo is entering his dreams in his coma to try and bring him out. And they really don't give a crap about the serial killer that they managed to catch because he's a serial killer. They just want to see if J-Lo can go in and figure out where he's hiding his latest victim.
The killer has her in a killing room that has live feed going out to the internet, and they have to rescue her before time runs out.
I've seen this plot before on some TV shows and probably in other movies, I guess. Escape from New York had the same thing because Snake Plissken was going to die if he didn't find the president in New York and all that stuff. So there's the urgency, right? They want to rescue the girl. But what would you say it's like in that serial killer's mind? If you had to go there, you know. What would your Yelp review be?
Cleanliness, location, all that matters.
Right, but what would you rate his?
Oh, rate his?
Yeah.
Psychotic?
Yeah. It's not a place I want to visit. I mean, it's beautiful in certain respects, but he always seems to try and kill you. Like J-Lo's like wandering around, and there's big empty rooms and stuff like that, and Vincent D'Onofrio comes out of nowhere in some wacky costume.
So a killer is trying to kill you. Got it.
Yeah. No, it's not rocket science. It's pretty straightforward. I will say that there's a couple different versions of the killer that J-Lo interacts with in his mind.
Perhaps a split personality, multiple personalities?
Maybe, but there's like a young version of him before he became psychotic, and then there's like the middle version of him where he was becoming psychotic, and then there's full-blown psycho. I think that the most talked about scene in this movie is, do you know what I'm going to say? What's the scene? The most talked about scene. Happens in Dreamland. The horse scene.
Why don't you tell me about it?
Well, but that would be a spoiler if we said that.
Very trippy.
Val,
Yes?
what am I excited about?
Bosom alert.
Bosom alert. 13 and a half minutes, 21 minutes, and 1 hour and 3 minutes in. Is bosoms. They're not J-Lo's bosoms. They're other characters. But that's okay. Right?
Yeah.
Vincent D'Onofrio, he's a great actor. He's in Full Metal Jacket. He played that psychotic private in Full Metal Jacket.
He hid donuts.
Is there something wrong with that?
I had donuts too.
I hide donuts in my butt. You know, that's not what you meant. It's not what she meant. Cut that out. I've heard that he plays this character so disturbed, both before the coma, because you see some action with him kidnapping the girl and stuff like that before he gets in the coma, and then within his little dream world in the coma, he's so disturbing that his wife refused to sleep in the same bed with him for 2 weeks after she saw this film, after she saw his performance in this film. What do you think about that?
What I was just thinking of is taking the first half of Full Metal Jacket and then splicing it with, his dream scenes. It's almost like the same person.
Maybe they're the same character. I never thought of that. That's genius. Amazing theory. Publish it right away before someone takes the credit. Critics are split on this film. It only had a 6.4 rating from IMDb users. And it's low, it's below 50%, like 45, 37% for a tomato meter reading on Rotten Tomatoes and the audience meter. Everybody seems to agree that the landscapes and the scenery in the film are beautiful. I actually love this film. I think it's highly underrated by most people. I think a lot of that comes from either they thought Vince Vaughn was miscast or J-Lo maybe was miscast because she should be up shaking her booty instead of being a psychologist trying to help people. I don't know. Vince Vaughn purposefully took this role because he'd already been established as a comedic actor. And he's like, I can do more than that. So he took this role because there ain't no comedy in this film.
This is Vince Vaughn before he was pretty much Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, there is not a hint of Dodgeball or Wedding Crashers in this character that he does. He plays a straight-laced FBI trying to save the girl kind of role. A lot of this film, as we've said, is scenic and cinematographic. It's not... The scripted dialogue is not as important as, say, other films.
Visualization.
Yeah, I mean, you take 12 Angry Men, and it's all about the script and the dialogue. This one, not so much. So, we only have one line from the movie.
J-Lo says, "My world, my rules."
I want to live in that world. Let's give this film a pumpkin rating.
Okay.
Tell me when to stop.
One more for creativity in the visual aspect. Just 3.
That's Val's. I would give this a 4. I understand why some people didn't like it. I love it. I think it's a great film. Give it a shot.